So, hey, my friends, wanted to share a part of the ministry that me and Chris have been involved in, that the Lord kind of uh, dropped in our lap. And what I love about God is He really guides our steps, doesn't He? And He has given us this great opportunity with our medical missionary background to be able to pass on some really valuable information, especially during this time of the pandemic. So we are having our second class here in Keystone. We'll be leaving for Tennessee tomorrow for another class, and we'll be going to Wisconsin for another class. And it's beautiful because what we're doing is teaching people how to build their immunity God's way. God has 8 beautiful laws of health, right? And we have everything that we need to boost that immunity and address any type of virus, pathogen, bacteria, because that's how our body is designed, right? And we are missing the boat. We're really missing the boat because we're focusing on modern medicine, traditional medicine, and that's not where the answer is. Just setting up, if you see here, the class. One of the things that we will be offering is what we call an immunity boosting kit. And it has all the components to build your immune system. And there's other things that you can add, but we're real big on the zinc, the D3, the liposomal vitamin C, the NAC, the quercetin, and the quercetin. So all these are part of our kits here, and we give them the dosage and everything. And it's good to use supplements. God, if you think about supplements, natural, NAC is part of our body, zinc, vitamin D3, and a lot of these things we can get out in nature and food. So we're going to also be talking about that too, how our diets can affect us. But we're also going to be really heavy on utilizing rest, hydrotherapy. We're going to talk about fomentations, hot and cold, building your immune system. Did you know that when, you shouldn't treat a fever, anything 104 and below, you should not be medicating. And especially with this virus that is going around, because, if you run a fever, what do? We take over-the-counter medications for that. Well, the problem with over-the-counter medications is that it actually goes against the natural body defense, right? The body is okay with being in a fever state because it actually increases the cell metabolism, and it increases our immune system, it gets the white blood cells working, and there's a lot of beautiful things that go on with a fever. But when we medicate it, we stop that immune system from working, and actually it increases the chance for the person who is on those type of cold medications to pass on the virus. Yeah, so it's not good stuff. It's not good stuff. Those are the kind of things that we will be teaching. We'll be talking about the Spanish flu, and that is our greatest resource and research to look at, because the Spanish flu killed, I think, between 50 and, was it 100 or 400 million people. Half of the state of Alaska was taken out. 24,000 orphan children in the city of New York. So you talk about a death rate that was high, right? And then we look at how it was treated. So the hospitals, I believe, had like a 15 to 40%, and I have to look at my research, a death rate, right? The military did better. They had like a 6.7% death rate. But the sanitariums, what we teach, which is the 8 laws of health with rest, water, good food, right? Building God's natural immunity and doing hydrotherapy, they had only a 2 or 6% death rate. It's amazing, isn't it? And there was research where there was a dorm, I forgot what state it was in, but there was a dorm that who followed the 8 laws of health and did this lifestyle type of treatment with building the immune system. They had 90 people come down with the Spanish flu, and immediately all 90 were told to get into bed and rest, and they started the protocol, and they had 0 death rate. 0. There's research on it, and that's what we're going to be talking about, that people don't have to die because God has given us immunity, but we have to learn how to build our immunity and protect our immunity. So, and this is with or without the jab. You know, some people have decided to get that thing, right? And some people have decided not to. But even if you've taken this thing, it's still important to build your immunity because that is not going to protect you 100%. Things that we're using is the Pandemic Busters Prepper's Handbook. It is beautifully done. And if anybody wants this, let me know. It does cost $20, but it is, oh, you can see, look at how awesome it is. It's well put together. It talks about all the immunity building things that we should be doing, we could do, that will increase our immunity, things we can do at home, and how to protect ourselves from viruses, pathogens, and bacteria. Okay? Now, the gentleman who has written this book, the author is Dr. Ramirez and Carrie House. I've spoken with both of them, very kind people. In fact, she told me that she's going to get a hold of Dr. Ramirez and tell him what we're his book, because we are, you know, spreading God's gospel. Really, this is Jesus's healing plan. So we're spreading that. And he said that he would be willing to come and do some lectures with us. So that's really, really going to like boost some of the things that we're doing, and it's going to have a positive effect. So, okay, Chris is here, so we're going to get going, and I will keep you guys updated, and God bless, and thank you.